welcome to our deep dive into the world of quantum imaging systems.
Oh, this is a fascinating topic.
It really is. We're going to be looking at this essay by Jurgo Schneppat.
Yeah.
It's a really, really great overview of the technology and just how mind-boggling the applications are.
It's amazing what we're able to do now with these systems.
Like seeing things that are invisible to the naked eye.
Exactly. Imaging even in complete darkness.
Almost like a sci-fi movie.
Yeah, but it's real science.
Exactly. So before we kind of jump into the technology,
Yeah.
I think we need to kind of refresh our memories a little bit about quantum mechanics.
That's a good idea.
Because, I remember bits and pieces from college, but it's definitely a topic that can
Absolutely
make your head spin.
Yeah, it's pretty mind-bending for sure.
Yeah.
But I think for our purposes today, let's just focus on a few key concepts that are essential for understanding how quantum imaging works.
Okay, sounds good.
So first up, we have wave-particle duality.
Okay, wave-particle duality.
So this is the idea that particles like photons can behave like both waves and particles.
I always struggle with that a little bit. How can something be two things at once?
I know it's definitely counterintuitive to our everyday experience.
Right.
But experiments have shown that at the quantum level, the lines between waves and particles get blurred. And this duality, that's really what allows quantum imaging to achieve incredible resolution.
Okay.
One way to kind of illustrate this is through the de Broglie equation.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that.
Have you heard of that?
I have.
It might sound intimidating.
It does.
But it's actually a very simple formula that relates a particle's wavelength to its momentum.
Okay.
Showing that even these tiny particles, they have wave-like properties.
So it's like a bridge between the world of particles and the world of waves.
Exactly.
Okay, so besides wave-particle duality, what other quantum concepts do we need to know?
Right. So another big one is the uncertainty principle.
Ah, yes.
Which states that we can't know both the position and momentum of a particle with perfect accuracy. So the more we know about one, the less we know about the other. It's kind of like trying to nail down a soap bubble.
Oh, okay.
The harder you try, the more likely it is to slip away.
Right.
So this inherent uncertainty that plays a role in the noise that we see in quantum images.
So even with these advanced systems, there's a fundamental limit to how much information we can actually get.
That's right.
Okay.
And that's something that differentiates quantum imaging from classical imaging, which relies on basic optics.
Yeah.
Lenses, reflection, refraction.
Yeah, the stuff we learned in high school.
Exactly. And classical imaging has limitations like the diffraction limit,
Right.
which says that there's a point where you just can't get a clearer image with traditional lenses.
Okay.
Quantum imaging pushes those boundaries by utilizing phenomena like entanglement.
Okay, now I remember entanglement being described as this spooky action at a distance.
Yes.
Can you maybe unpack that a little bit? Like, how does that actually work in imaging?
Yeah. So imagine you have these two particles linked together in a way that even if they're miles apart, measuring one tells you instantly something about the other. That's entanglement in a nutshell. And this seemingly impossible connection is key to techniques like ghost imaging.
Ghost imaging.
Where we can actually create an image of an object by measuring the light that didn't interact with it.
Wow. So we're talking about literally seeing things without directly shining light on them.
Exactly.
Okay. So besides entanglement, what other tools are in our quantum imaging toolbox?
So another one is coherence.
Okay. Coherence.
Which refers to how well a quantum state can create interference patterns. The more coherent the light source, the sharper and more precise the image will be.
So it's like the difference between a blurry photo and one that's crystal clear.
Exactly.
It's amazing to think we can actually build cameras that utilize these bizarre quantum effects.
I know, it's pretty amazing.
It sounds so theoretical. How do we actually build this stuff?
Right. So we're talking about real buildable systems, though they're still in their early stages.
Right.
And it all starts with specialized quantum light sources.
So not your average light bulb.
No, not your average light bulb.
What makes these light sources so special?
So instead of regular light bulbs, we need sources that can produce single photons or even entangled photon pairs on demand. One way to achieve this is through a process called spontaneous parametric down conversion, or SPDC.
SPDC.
Yeah, it's a mouthful.
Yeah, it is.
But imagine taking a high-energy photon and splitting it into two twin photons that are entangled.
Okay.
So those twins become our building blocks for quantum imaging.
Okay, so we've got our special quantum light.
Right.
But we need something to detect it, right? What kind of detectors are we talking about?
Yeah, we need detectors that are incredibly sensitive, capable of picking up even single photons.
Wow.
So one option is using quantum dots. These are tiny semiconductor nanocrystals that are extremely sensitive to light. And then there are superconducting photon detectors, which need to be kept at temperatures near absolute zero to function.
Wow, that's cold.
It is very cold.
Why do they need to be so cold?
So those ultra-low temperatures allow them to detect the faintest whispers of light, which is essential when you're working with single photons.
Okay, so it's like trying to hear a pin drop in a noisy room. You need a really sensitive microphone.
Exactly.
Got it. So we've captured our quantum light with these super sensitive detectors. What happens next?
Yeah.
How do we turn this into an actual image?
Right, so that's where specialized image processing algorithms come in.
Yeah.
This isn't just about stitching together pixels like in a regular camera.
Right.
We're talking about algorithms designed to deal with the unique characteristics of quantum data, including the inherent noise from the uncertainty principle and the correlations between entangled photons.
So this is some seriously next-level image processing.
Oh, yeah.
It's incredible to think that we're actually able to build systems that harness these quantum phenomena.
It really is remarkable.
But I think it's time to get to the good stuff. What can we actually do with quantum imaging?
That's where things get truly exciting. We're not just talking about slightly better cameras here. Quantum imaging has the potential to revolutionize entire fields.
Okay, I'm ready. Let's hear about these real-world applications. Where should we start?
Okay, let's start with medicine. Imagine high-resolution MRI that can see the tiniest details of our bodies. Allowing doctors to detect cancers at the earliest stages or understand the complexities of brain function like never before.
That would be a game changer for healthcare.
Absolutely.
Earlier detection is key for so many diseases.
Yeah.
What other applications are there?
Quantum imaging could also revolutionize material science. We could peer into the very building blocks of materials, atoms, and molecules in ways never before possible.
So we're not just seeing things better, we're understanding the universe at a fundamental level.
Exactly.
It sounds almost too good to be true. Are there any challenges holding this technology back?
You're right. There are definitely challenges.
Okay.
One of the biggest hurdles is the technology itself. Creating perfect quantum light sources and detectors is incredibly difficult.
Yeah.
Remember those superconducting detectors we talked about?
Yeah.
They require extremely low temperatures, which makes them bulky and expensive to operate.
Yeah, not exactly something you can slip into your pocket.
Right.
Are the light sources equally tricky?
Absolutely. Generating single photons or perfectly entangled photon pairs on demand is a huge challenge. The quantum world is inherently unpredictable.
Right.
So even with techniques like SPCC, we're often limited by efficiency and the quality of the entanglement.
So it sounds like we're still in the early stages of this technology, kind of like the first computers that took up entire rooms.
Yeah, that's a good analogy.
Is miniaturization the key to making quantum imaging more practical?
Miniaturization is certainly a goal, but it's not the only hurdle. Even if we could shrink the hardware, we're still limited by the laws of physics.
Right.
Remember the diffraction limit we talked about?
Yeah.
While quantum imaging can push those boundaries, it can't completely eliminate them.
So there's a fundamental limit to how much detail we can see even with these quantum tricks. What other challenges are there?
Scaling up these systems is another big one right now. Most quantum imaging setups are confined to laboratories with highly controlled environments. Making them robust enough for real-world applications is a whole different ballgame.
So it's not just about building a better camera, it's about building an entire ecosystem to support it. What about the data processing side of things?
Yeah.
We talked about those specialized algorithms. Are they keeping up with the hardware?
Data processing is a major challenge, too. The information we get from quantum imaging is often vast and complex, requiring entirely new approaches to analysis. We're not just dealing with pixels here, we're dealing with quantum states and correlations. It's like trying to analyze a symphony instead of a single note.
That sounds incredibly complex. What makes the data processing so challenging?
One example is dealing with quantum noise. The inherent uncertainty in quantum mechanics means there's always some level of fuzziness in the data. We need sophisticated algorithms to filter out that noise and extract the meaningful information.
So it's like trying to listen to a faint radio signal with static in the background.
Exact.
You need a really good filter.
You need a really good filter to hear the message.
Okay, so we're battling against the fundamental nature of the quantum world. What about the cost of all this? Is quantum imaging just for those with deep pockets?
Cost is definitely a factor. Building and operating these systems requires specialized equipment, expertise, and controlled environments.
Right.
All of that adds up right now. Quantum imaging is primarily in the realm of research and development funded by governments and large institutions.
So not exactly something you can pick up at your local electronics store just yet.
Not yet.
But despite these challenges, it seems like the potential of quantum imaging is too great to ignore. Where do you see this technology heading?
Despite the hurdles, the future of quantum imaging is incredibly bright. I believe we're on the cusp of a revolution that will transform how we see and interact with the world. Imagine a future where we can routinely image objects at the atomic scale.
That's mind-blowing. What kind of impact would that have?
We could unravel the mysteries of diseases at their most fundamental level design materials with unprecedented precision, and even explore the universe in ways we can only dream of today.
So sharper images, deeper insights, and a whole new understanding of the universe. What other advancements are on the horizon?
We're not just talking about incremental improvements. I envision entirely new imaging methods, emerging techniques that exploit quantum phenomena in ways we haven't even thought of yet.
Wow.
These could reveal aspects of the world that are currently hidden from our view.
It's like opening a whole new set of senses.
Exactly.
Any specific examples of these new imaging methods?
It's hard to say exactly what they'll look like, but one exciting area is the integration of quantum imaging with artificial intelligence. Imagine AI algorithms that can analyze those vast, complex data sets, finding patterns and insights that would be impossible for humans to discern.
So it's not just about building better cameras, but also about building smarter systems to interpret what they see. What role will quantum computers play in all of this?
Quantum computers have the potential to revolutionize the way we process quantum imaging data. They could unlock incredible speed and capabilities, allowing us to perform complex calculations that are currently impossible for classical computers.
It sounds like a perfect synergy. Quantum cameras capturing the data and quantum computers making sense of it all. It's exciting to think about the possibilities. Now, I want to circle back to Jörg L. Schneppat's essay and see what insights he offers about the future of this game-changing technology.
Well, Schneppat's essay, it really highlights the transformative power of quantum imaging. He argues that it's not just about seeing better, it's about seeing differently.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it, like we're putting on a new pair of glasses.
Right.
That reveal a whole new dimension of reality. What specific areas does he see this transformation happening in?
He covers a lot of ground, but medicine really stood out to me.
Okay.
Schneppert envisions a future where quantum imaging lets us see the human body at the molecular level.
Wow.
Think earlier and more precise diagnoses, personalized treatments, even monitoring cellular processes in real time.
It's like having a window into the intricate workings of our cells.
Yeah.
What a game changer for healthcare.
Yeah.
What other fields does he touch on?
Material science is another area he's particularly excited about.
Okay.
He believes quantum imaging will revolutionize how we design and engineer new materials, leading to breakthroughs in everything from energy storage to computing.
So we're talking about materials with properties we can't even imagine today. Was there anything in the essay that particularly surprised you?
One thing that caught my attention was his discussion of the potential for quantum imaging in archaeology and art history. He suggests it could be used to analyze ancient artifacts and artworks in unprecedented detail, revealing hidden layers, pigments, even the techniques used by the original creators.
That's fascinating. It's like having a time machine that lets us peer into the past.
Yeah.
It seems like there's no limit to the potential applications of this technology.
I know, it's really exciting.
It is.
Schneppert also delves into some of the philosophical implications of quantum imaging,
Okay.
raising questions about how it changes our understanding of observation and reality. He argues that the very act of seeing, when mediated by quantum phenomena, becomes a more active and participatory process.
It makes you wonder what other mysteries might be revealed as we continue to explore the quantum world.
Absolutely. That's the beauty of science.
Yeah.
It's a journey of constant discovery, and quantum imaging is a powerful new tool that's just beginning to reveal its potential.
Well, thank you so much for joining us on this incredible journey into the world of quantum imaging. We hope this deep dive has given you a glimpse into the mind-blowing possibilities of this emerging technology. Until next time.